Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome to Everyday Rucker. Today we're going to be reviewing the GORUCK Rough Runner. This is a brand new shoe drop. It is their new athletic line of running shoes and rucking / fitness shoes. They're a little bit different than the ballistic trainers for some of their features. We're going to be going over that. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's check out, are these worth the money, and what I think of my first impressions of the shoe. Let's get into it. All right, guys, here we are. Here is a closer up look of the GORUCK Rough Runners. So let's take a look at these. Let's go over kind of what I think about them. As you can tell, these are the black version with the white bottoms. These also come in a white version or a whiter version with red / orange kind of accents. So let's dive into one shoe and look at some of the features that we have on here. One of the first features I want to talk about here is the tongue. This tongue, you can see that it's a little bit elevated here on the side. That is a nice padded cushion on the back of the tongue and the front of the tongue. I think that's a really nice touch. One of my other favorite features that you have here in the shoe is, as you can see here on camera, there's 3 big pads on the back of these. This is very complementary to what you would see to some high-end running shoes like my Ons. There is a large padded towards the back here, and then there's also a pad on each side of the shoe. It feels amazing and very supportive when walking in these. On the outside of the shoe on the back, it does have some light branding here on the side, which is okay. I'm not a huge fan of branded shoes or anything like that. Nike, everyone else does it. It does have light branding here on the side. And then there's a very light arrowhead, as you can see that on the camera, on the other side of the shoe. Now, the shoe itself is pretty light, but it is heavier than the ballistic trainers that GORUCK offers. This back here is a very light, flexible mesh material on the front and some of the sides of the shoe. And then it has this slick material on the side, probably for stability, and it's a little bit easier to clean. On the bottom of the shoe here, if you guys can see, it has this white melamine or white foam here on the side, very similar to what you'd see on like a New Balance. And then there's a solid piece of foam here on the bottom. It's a little bit hard to pick it up on camera, but it is there. Now, here's the favorite version, or my favorite feature of this shoe, is the bottom of the sole. You can look at this tread, and it is pretty aggressive. One thing that I like about this is it is really meant for ruck running. Running on uneven surfaces, concrete. I drag my feet and I'm flat-footed by nature. And what you'll see is on a lot of my shoes here, I will actually wear out the bottoms. As a matter of fact, here is one of my On running shoes. Now, I've used this one a lot. Here's the issue that I run into. If you look at the bottom of my shoe, you can tell that I've worn pretty much everything off of this shoe. Even on my other shoe, you can start seeing that the bottom is damaged. It's starting to rip off the rubber. It's just not very tough or rugged. Now, this plastic on these, and again, this is an On running shoe. This here is the new GORUCK shoe. You can tell it has a lot more thicker, aggressive tread, and these don't really flex at all. It's made out of a really good material, and that's something I really like because I go through shoes often. I mean, take a look. This On running shoe here is a $165 shoe, and it's destroyed after like 3 months. A lot of that's because I drag my feet. Here's something else. Look at the flexibility on this On running shoe, and this isn't necessarily a good thing, but I can fold this shoe going the other way. I can't really flex it that way. But on this shoe, I can bend it in half. Here's what I like about these new GORUCK shoes. Okay, this is about as far as it goes. It does not fold up, so it's very supportive. And a lot of that is because of that bottom rubber sole. Flexing it the other way, so here's one direction. The other direction, I can't even get it to budge the other direction. So this sole is definitely the meat and the potatoes of this shoe, and I think they did a great job with it. As far as comfortability and true fit to size, I'm a size 11 in the ballistic trainers. I'm a size 11 and all of the other GORUCK shoes, on running shoes. These fit very true to size. I am a size 11. I'm flat-footed. These fit great. Something else in the ballistic trainers, they used to come with 2 pairs of insoles. These come with one, and you can kind of tell there's a little bit of meat to this insole, which I like. It's very comfortable. Now, me being flat-footed, I was concerned and wide that these ridges right here might get in the way. They don't. They're actually really comfortable. So being flat-footed, if you are flat-foot, I would not be too terribly concerned about the insole that comes in there. It is very, very comfortable. Now let's talk about weight for a little bit. So let me move these shoes out here. We have a scale. I want to make sure that you guys can see what this is reading. So right now it is zeroed out, nothing on it. If we put both shoes on here, let's look at the reading. 1.8 pounds is what that's reading. Now compared, let's grab my GORUCK ballistic trainers. Let's see how much these weigh. 1.5 pounds is what that's reading. So these are a little bit heavier, and I'm telling you, the rubber that they used on these, I mean, just look at how much more aggressive this shoe is, the new GORUCK shoe. I mean, it's amazing. And it's made out of, it feels like the same type of rubber that you'd see on the ballistic trainers. I mean, it's outstanding. I cannot stress enough how quickly I go through shoes. Even these ballistic trainers, I've worn pretty heavily for months, and it still looks great. So that's something I like. Now let's compare to my On running shoes. I forget what model these shoes are, but they are 1.8 as well. So they're the exact weight as my new GORUCK shoes. So these things are pretty slick. Something else, another feature I didn't really talk about, but I do appreciate that it is reflective on the back of each shoe. I think that's a nice touch, especially if you're running and rucking at night. It's a very, very nice feature. So overall, these shoes do seem pretty solid. Like I said, they come in 2 different colors. And I cannot stress enough, flat-footed people with a wide toe box, these are very comfortable. This additional support, if we take my On running shoe, you can kind of see now they're a little beat, but on my On running shoe, you know, you can tell that there's support here on the side. There was support here on the back. There's also support on the other side. There's kind of a good image where you can see it. And I think they did a really good job at adding this extra support into the shoe. It's just very, very comfortable. You know, in the video, you're gonna see, you know, I did some jump roading, I did some walking. You can kind of see how much this shoe flexes. And overall, my experience of wearing these past couple of days, I would get them again. I really like them. So let's jump back up top. Let's look at my overall thoughts and opinions. You know, would I get them again? Are they worth the money? Things that I would change about the shoe. So let's jump back up top and check it out. All right, guys, that was my review of the GORUCK Rough Runners. Would I get them again? I would. I really like the build construction. I love my ballistic trainers. They work really well for like my gym workouts and light walking. These for more running, walking. I really like that thick sole on the bottom of them. They wear much better and they're much durable, more construction than say my On running shoes. So I do think they're a solid shoe. I would purchase them again. So far, they've been great. The ankle support on the bottom with those 3 pads are outstanding. They are identical to some of the other high-end running shoes. So check them out. Let me know in the description what you think below. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And until next time, guys, see ya.